Hello guys, Michaela here, welcome back to my channel, welcome back to another speed build. Today I present to you the second of my collaboration builds that I mentioned last week. So last week was my first one, then I have this one, then next week you're going to have something a little bit different, and then I have the third collaboration project for September, which is really exciting. So this collaboration project is hosted by Sims, and it's an autumnal project, or like autumnal save file in the world of Brindleton Bay, because Brindleton Bay is just gorgeous and it will look amazing, I'm sure. I've seen some of the builds already and they're amazing, so I'm sure you'll absolutely love the result of this, and definitely check out other people in the collaboration because the builds are really pretty and I highly recommend them. They're really talented builders, so you definitely should if you love watching speed builds and you like beautiful builds. So about my build, it's built on a 30 by 20 in Brindleton Bay, and it comes in at 93,589 simoleons, and it's a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom house. It took me a while to figure out the shape. I had an inspiration picture, but I usually just kind of get inspired for like a certain part of the build, and in here I only had the front of the house, so I kind of had to improvise a little bit, and it took me a while. So I did the shell before without cameras, so I wanted to try if it's gonna work, and it took me a while to kind of figure out how to make it work for it to look really pretty. So I think this is what I ended up with. In the end, I might have deleted some windows along the way, but I think that's like the general shape that I was going for. Plus, I'll be adding a deck to the front of the house, which is going to be accessible through the big sliding doors from Snowy Escape, which is really, really cool. And I'm adding a pond because I thought it looked cute, and I kind of had the idea that they would have this like porch above the lake, or like the pond, and they could like, you know, hang out, have a barbecue there. I've added some like hanging lights. I thought it was like a really cool nice hangout spot for the family. Now, sorry if my voice still sounds a little weird. I know I mentioned it last week, but I'm still not 100% okay. It's a bit better, but it's not great still, so I'm sorry about that. Just this illness or whatever it is just doesn't want to go away, so I might sound a little bit different still. Anyway, I am starting school on Monday, so tomorrow, if you're watching this on the Sunday, it comes out, and I am not really that excited about it, to be honest, but hopefully it will get better when I get to school. My schedule is pretty atrocious. I have it like for sure now, and it's not great, so I hope I'll be able to keep recording videos for you guys, because I really don't want to give it up. I love this. It's something I'm very passionate about, and it has my like highest priority after school, because I really want to be able to make one video a week for YouTube, because I love it. It's my passion, and yeah, so I really hope I'll have time, because Monday, Tuesday are completely killed, pretty much. Wednesday is not bad because I have classes like in the evening, so my classes start at 6 and finish at 9 in the evening, which is bonkers. And on Thursday I also have the morning for myself, so I hope I'll be able to kind of use those, as well as obviously the weekend to kind of catch up and build and record. I think recording like voiceovers and editing is going to happen during the week, but building is probably going to be for the weekend. We'll see. Hopefully I will be able to keep my schedule up and find a time in between classes and working on like homeworks and projects and stuff like that, and assignments. We shall see. I completely talked over the landscaping. It's pretty straightforward. I just added rocks, some of the classic landscaping that I add to my build, and here we are working on the deck that I spoke about. So I added a grill out here so your Sims could have a barbecue. I also added this round table with some chairs so they can sit here and hang out and have a meal together. I'm not sure how it works with gameplay in like autumn, if it's like cold. I'm not sure if Sims can actually sit outside when it's cold. No clue. I don't play the game like ever, so I have no idea. Anyway, I changed the color scheme of the interior quite a bit, quite a couple of times. I was just super indecisive about how I wanted the interior to look, and initially I went with like a dark blue color for the walls, which looked very weird looking back, but for some reason I thought it's gonna work and it just didn't. So I think I ended up with my traditional like white greyish walls with like accent walls of I think brick and I think green, but I'm not like 100% sure about that. Never mind. So I've been using a lot of items from the fairly new high school years expansion pack because the items are just so cute and some of the swatches are perfect for autumnal builds, and so you're gonna see a lot of those in here. So now we're working on the floor plan, which again took me a while because the shape is nice, but it kind of is quite hard to figure out. So downstairs there is the master bedroom for the parents, living room, dining room, kitchen, like hallway entry area, small bathroom, and then like a mudroom which leads to the back of the house, like where the back patio, not back patio, like backyard is. There's not a huge backyard, there are just a couple of bee houses and I think like beehives and a couple of planters and some stuff on the like porch which is covered, and that's like pretty much everything you have there. Oh, and a chicken coop as well, and there's like pretty much everything. So here I think this is not the final version because I believe I'm going to change the dining room a little bit, but it's pretty much how the downstairs is gonna, yeah, this is where I do it. This is how the downstairs is gonna look. And upstairs we have 2 kids' bedrooms, a bathroom, and I think that's it. I think there's also like a landing area which has some skill building items, but I think that's like it for the upstairs. But I'm not like fully sure because I built this a while ago because I've been pre-recording quite a bit, so I have built kind of in the backlog if I ever don't have time with school. So it's been a while since I built this, so I kind of forgot. Oh yeah. Oh no, there is an office as well. Yeah, I forgot about that. There is a small, like a painting studio upstairs as well. So this is where you can see where I thought that this dark blue could work. I liked the color really a lot. It's really beautiful. It looks so pretty, but I just couldn't make it work. It felt like too much. If you made an interior with like this dark blue, you'd have to go for like a very neutral furniture, and I wanted to add colors with the furniture and it just didn't work with the blue, so I think I changed it off camera later on because I just couldn't make this dark blue work. And I think I changed the colors in the bathrooms as well because I didn't like the way they looked. But what I really love is this brick. It's really pretty and I love it so much. I love this swatch of the high school years couch, but I think I end up with a different one in the end because this one was a bit too dark with the color scheme I wanted to go for. I think I ended up going for a couch from Cottage Living, that like sleek looking one. I struggled a lot with the living room because A, the shape is very weird and it took me a while to figure out how to place stuff, and B, I kind of changed colors and stuff all over again because this is like the room where I figured out the color scheme for the build. And so first I tried this like dark blue orange color, but then I ended up with like yellow, orange and green color combo, which I think turned out pretty nice because I used the wallpaper from Jungle Adventure, I believe, which has like this really dark rich green color. And there is a swatch of the chairs, like the chair from high school years, which is like the computer chair, and it has like dark green like color with like white flowers on it, and I thought that was like perfect. So that kind of inspired the color scheme that I ended up going with. Yes, I think I wanted to go with like the dark wool because I wanted to kind of introduce like a rich color. But as I said, it would have to be with like neutral colored furniture, and I didn't want to go that way. Like, I didn't want to go for that, so that's why I decided to kind of scrap the idea. So here I'm working on the desk. At first I chose this like dark burgundy color for the chair, but I ended up later on again changing it, as I said, to a lot richer, like the green flower pattern, which I really love. I've seen it in one of the builds by Simmery, who is an amazing talented simmer, and she shared some screenshots from her build, and she had this particular chair in there, and I fell in love. I was like, I'm gonna obsessively use this for the rest of the autumn season because it's perfect for like autumnal interiors. So now we moved on to this like hallway entrance area, which I love how this one turned out. I used this like open like clothes hanger unit. I added some shoes, I added some clothes, I added some like details, and I absolutely love how that turned out. I think the hallway might be one of my favorite rooms because it just, I don't know, the atmosphere of it is just so pretty and nice, and I just love the way it looks. I'm just adding some decorations to the door as well. I am adding some shelves, some clutter, and I also thought that the family has a pet. So I was going for a dog because there is no litter box in the bathroom, but you can easily add it somewhere in the house, maybe in the mudroom. But there's the laundry in the mudroom, so I'm not sure if you're going to be able to fit it there, but you could try. So here I already changed the the color of the walls and everything because I was not liking the way it was turning out. At first I had these like huge windows in here, but I thought they wouldn't be like visible anyway with the counters, so I changed it into this darker like brown color instead. Sorry. I forgot what I was saying. Oh, I got to use these absolutely gorgeous green counters from the Vampires bag, which I've never used before, but they fit perfectly with the color scheme I chose here, and I think they're absolutely gorgeous. They're a very specific style, and considering I usually build modern stuff, it doesn't really fit most of the time, but here it worked perfectly, exactly what I was looking for, and the color is just beautiful. I love them. I love the counters. They only have like 3 swatches, I think, which sucks because they're really beautiful, but this green color was exactly what I needed for this house, and I'm so happy that I got to use it because, as I said, I've never used it before and it's gorgeous. We're just adding some clutter to the kitchen, basic as always, just like items that you can find on a kitchen counter. I tried to keep 2 counters free so you could cook with your sim and your like other members of the family as well. So I kind of think I achieved that really nicely. Then here we're moving on to the dining room. I used these chairs from, I believe, Seasons, which have a very mid-century modern look, and I love how the dining room turned out. It's like very cozy and cute, and it's simple, but it really looks nice. And here you can see like the color scheme that I ended up going for. So it's this like dark green, orange, and like beige, white color on the walls, which I really thought looked nice. And yeah, so I was happy to do this. I added some clutter to the table, and I think we're going to move on to the mudroom, I believe, which is where the laundry is, which I thought was like a really, I'm not sure realistic, but I thought it was like a really nice detail to have like the laundry there, because I didn't really have anywhere else to fit it because the bathrooms are fairly small. So I decided to place it here in the mudroom, which I thought was, I don't know, a nice touch. So I added this shelving unit from Laundry Day, and I cluttered it up with some items from like packs here and there, because I wanted to make it look a bit more full and realistic. I also added a couple of shoes in the room, I believe, and like some clutter that kind of indicates that you can get through here outside. There are also some trees for the pet that you have, and I think I added a mirror. Oh, a hanger, sorry. So I added a hanger and I think a mirror on top of that, like this, yeah, this like small mirror, and some shoes and a rug, and I believe that's it for the room. And then we're going to move on to the bathroom, which is fairly small. As I said, there are two pretty much the same sized bathrooms in here, which are both like full bathrooms. I believe I may have placed a tub upstairs, but I'm not like 100% sure. As I said, I built it a while ago, so I'm not sure. This is like a hallway area which leads upstairs, which is just for the stairs. I kind of didn't really have much space to place them, so I decided to kind of put them in the middle of the room, and kind of make it a hallway that leads to other rooms in the house. And now we've moved on to the parents' bedroom, like the master bedroom. I initially wanted to make like a custom headboard with this, with cabinets, but I ended up deciding against that. I initially wanted to use the bed from high school years, which I love, but it doesn't have very good switches for like mature bedrooms. So in the end, I decided to go for this one from Cottage Living, which kind of fit in with the color scheme that I was going for. I added this wall decoration from Laundry Day, these slides from Cottage Living, because I kind of wanted to keep the like boho rustic vibe that I introduced in other rooms of the house. And I'm just cluttering it up with some items which are really cute, and I think it looks really like nice. I don't know. These are the colors that I wouldn't normally use in builds, but I think they look really, really pretty, and just here it makes sense with like the autumnal color scheme that I was going for. And yeah, considering I struggled with the color scheme so much, I really love how the house turned out, because it just really has like a nice autumnal, cozy, cute vibe, and I think it's absolutely perfect. So I was really happy when I was approached by Garden Sims about this collaboration. I did a project last year, I believe, but I didn't have a speed build out of that because I ended up with the 64x64, and my game was really laggy when I tried to record after a certain point, so I didn't have a video of the like sweater weather collab. But I did a project. I love hosting collaborations, but with school and everything, I haven't had a chance to do that in a while, which is a shame, but maybe in the future I'll come back to it. I also used this rug from Werewolves, which I thought was absolutely perfect for like the color scheme that I had here. And here we are, so just adding some decorations to the living room, to changing the table and adding some decorations. And here you can see like the color scheme that I ended up going for in the living room, and what items I used. And now we've moved on to the upstairs. I'm going to be making the 2 bedrooms for the kids, one for a guy, one for a girl, but you can obviously do whatever you want. You can just change the swatches of some of the items, and you can have 2 boys or 2 girls, depends what you want. The bedrooms are very simple. There is always a dresser, a mirror, a bed, a table, so the sim can, the kid can make their homework, some like decorations, some clutter, which is like personalized. There are some like personalized decorations for the personality of the kid, and yeah, I tried to keep it a little bit more toned down with the clutter and everything, because I didn't want it to be like overly full with stuff and just not looking great. There are a lot of patterns in these bedrooms, but I think it worked in the end the way I did it. So yeah, I'm happy about how they turned out, because they're really cute. And yeah, I keep saying the word cute. It's not fun. I'm sorry about that. I decided not to keep the color scheme fully in the bedrooms. I did try to kind of use colors that mimicked the color scheme of the whole house, but I did kind of steer away from that a little bit, because I wanted to use these beds from, I believe, the kids room stuff pack, but they didn't have like a richer color swatches. They had more like colorful, more bright colors. but I think I paired them with like the wool colors from Eco Lifestyle, so I think they turned out really nice. So the first bedroom is like yellow, orange, blue. This one is orange, yellow, and mint, which I thought was a really cute color scheme. And I don't know, I thought that this kid might like animals. So because obviously they have the bedding with like natures and animals, because they have the bedding with elephants. I think this bedroom is my favorite out of all the bedrooms, even though the parents' bedroom is really cool too. But I really like the way it turned out, and like the color scheme and how the decorations look together. And the shape is very like awkward a little bit, because there is like this like main area, and then you have like a 4x4 bump out to one of the sides. But I think that's where I placed the desk for the sim, and I think it turned out really nice. So I'm really happy about the way it turned out in the end. And I placed some like paintings on top of the table, and I'm just adding some decorations. I kept the clutter to a minimum on the tables, especially because I wanted to make sure that it's not like super cluttered. Yeah. So now we're moving on to this like office area, which is like an art studio thing. So I initially wanted to make it into an office, but then I managed to put a desk in the living room downstairs, so that's why I decided to turn this into an art studio. So maybe one of the parents is either an artist, or maybe they are really into art, it's like their hobby and they like to do it, so this is where they kind of hide away from the kids. And there's also a bookcase and like a seating area, so you could also go here and read if you'd want to with your Sims. So it's fairly simple, nothing crazy, just like a simple art area here. The bathroom I did off camera, and then I'm just going to finish up on this like landing area where you go into the bedrooms from. Which is almost everything from today's speed build. So thank you guys so much for stopping by. I really appreciate your support. If you want to download this build, you can get it on the gallery. My ID is michaelasimsyt, or you can get the tray files in the description box below, as always, on my Ko-fi page. Definitely don't forget to check out the other creators. You can find them under the hashtag HelloFallCollab. And yeah, thank you so much for stopping by, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!